Hi guys, myself Ankit. In this video we shall see another problem on LeetCode. Merge sorted array. So you are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2 sorted in non-decreasing order. That means they're already in sorted format, and two integers m and n representing the length of the two arrays respectively. So merge two arrays into a single array sorted in non-decreasing order. So we have to merge these two arrays, and that should be in the ascending order. The elements should be in the ascending order. And final sorted array should not be returned by the function but instead be stored inside the array nums1. So whatever final answer you have, that should be num array 1 itself. And to accommodate this nums1 has a length of m plus n. You could see nums1 has a length of extra space that this is the length of the array 2, where the first m elements to denote the elements that should be merged, and n last n elements are set to 0 and should be ignored. So nums2 has a length of n. Now the given question is like this. So they're given an array 1, 2, 3, and 0, comma 0, comma 0. An array 2, 2, 5, and 6. So you could see the number of zeros extra space present here. The length is equal to length of the second array, so that we can accommodate all the elements of the second array in the first cell, and we can output the same array as in the non-decreasing order format. That is 1, comma 2, comma 2, comma 3, comma 5, comma 6. So what we can do is, let's just change the question so that I can include all the test cases possible. Instead of 2 here, let this be 2 and here it will be 1. So now they are in the non-decreasing order, both the arrays. So if we have these arrays now, how do we solve the problem? So we have two arrays, right? I'll write it again. 1, comma, sorry, 2, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 0, 0, 0. And the other array is 1, comma, 5, comma, 6. We will have three pointers for three of the one for the first array, one for the second array, and another for the merged array. Merged array in the sense, first array will have pointer at here, last element of the first array, that is P1, and second array also last element, that is P2. And third, for the merged array, it will be at the end of the first array, that is P. So why are we having the pointers at the end of the array? Because these arrays are already in the sorted form. So our responsibility is to only fill this extra space and make the array in the sorted format. So we start with the for loop or while loop until both p1 pointer is greater than 0 or equal to 0 and p2 also greater than or equal to 0. We check whether p1 and p2 compare. The element at p1 and p2 position, which is greater, p2 is greater. So what you will do, you will replace this pointer p value by 6 and decrement the pointer by 1 position, and this pointer also decrement by 1 position. Then again check P1 and P2, which is greater, 5 is greater. So 5 also replace over here. So this will be 5. So decrement pointer by 1 position. Again decrement this pointer by 1 position. Then check 3 and 1, which is greater, 3 is greater. So this will be replaced by 3 now, P will be. And decrement pointer by 1 position. So this will be P now. And P1 will be decremented to here. P1 was pointing here actually. So it will be decremented here. This P1 we got, P will be here. No? P1 is here. So again compare P1 and P2. P1 is greater. So first decrement P1. I mean this should be 2. P value will be P1's value and decrement P1. And P also get decremented. So P is pointing here now. Let's compare P1 and P2. So which is greater? 2 is greater again. So P value will be 2. Which is already 2. So it's okay. And P1 will be decremented. P will be decremented to this position. P1 will be decremented outside the array. So this is minus 1 position. Now you can see P1 is not greater than 0. But we still do have one element left over in the P2, but P2 is greater than 0. So after this loop, whatever condition I have performed, so if P1, nums of P1 is greater than P2, then P will be equal to P1 and P1 will be negative. P will always be decremented. No matter what P1 is greater than P2 or P2 is greater than P1, P will always be getting decremented. So else condition will check for, that is P2 is less than or equal to P1. Then P2 will be decremented. P will be equal to P2 next. Here P means nums of P. What I mean is P means nothing but nums of P. This for the shortcut I am writing that. Okay. Now we have left over one element, right? So it's like if after all doing this also we have P2 greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it's greater than equal to 0, right? 0th position. Then just assign these remaining values to the merged array. So P nums of P will be equal to nums of P2 and decrement both P and P2. There cannot be a condition where P1 greater than 0. It will not be there. This is not possible because in this array itself, already if I need to take the reverse case like 1, comma 2, comma 3, it was previously, and 0, comma 0, comma 0, and here it was 2, comma 5, comma 6. So you have pointer. Here P is pointing like P1B pointing here. End of this and P1 also. P2. So compare P1 and P2, which is greater, P2 is greater, so P2 will be decremented. And this will be replaced by 6 and P also get decremented. Again compare P1, P2, P2 is greater, so this will be 5 now, P gets decremented. Again here P2 also decrements. Compare these two, 3 and 2, 3 is greater, so this time this will be 3 and P gets decremented. And here P1 also decrements. Then again P1 and P2 both are equal. So as I said, if P1 is greater than P2, then nums of P will be equal to P1 and we decrement P1, right? Else part will be P1 lesser than equal to P2. So this condition lesser than equal to. In this case, sums of P will be equal to sums of P2, that is 2. So replace it by 2, P get decremented. And here P2 also decrements. This minus 1 position. So now the condition gets done. P2 is not greater than 0 now. Greater than or equal to 0. So it doesn't matter since we have AND condition. It doesn't matter whether P1 greater than or equal to 0 because P2 is already, we have sorted them and added to the initial array and the remaining elements already it is in sorted format in the first array. So we need not to sort again this. We can just stop the loop here. This is condition where that's why I said P1 is greater than 0 is need not required because already it is in sorted form. But if there is any leftover element in the P2 array, then we have to add them to the P1 array. That is one. Yes, for that we do the extra thing here. Yeah. Now we will code this. Okay. So we will have pointer int P1 equal to n minus 1. Then int P2 equal to n minus 1. Because n is a length minus 1 will be pointed to the last element of the array. Next int P equal to m plus n minus 1. So while P1 greater than or equal to 0 and P2 greater than or equal to 0, check if P1 nums1 of P1, if it is greater than nums2 of p2. Then nums1 of p will be equal to nums1 of p1, and p1 minus minus we have to do. Else, and outside this p minus minus will do. Because as I said, it doesn't condition doesn't matter for this question. P will always get decremented. The merged else will be nums of p equal to nums2 of p2, and yeah, p2 minus minus. So as I said, while if there is still p2 greater than or equal to 0, then add that directly to p. So nums of p equal to nums2 of p2, p2 minus minus, and p minus minus. And void is the condition. So in order to return anything, we can directly run this. Okay, this should be nums1. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you guys understood it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll come up with another video next session, and until then keep learning. Thank you.